slave myself in a world where nobody even believed in the vision, and I triple uploaded every single day for years to give you a brand to have this success. So suck my dick or try to say that shit to me in person, bro, because you're not.
I swear this rolling out of bed shit and making a video is for the birds. I low-key look like a crackhead. Anyways, we got more FaZe drama, which I didn't expect, but this has to be the last video. I feel like it can't get that much deeper than this. And it all started with the Temperrr tweet where he basically said, hey, appreciate the apology, but you ruined my life. And when FaZe Rain saw this, he wasn't really fond of it. And he decided that he's just going to take everything back and explain the exact situation that happened, which is that he didn't want to make the apology. He kept thinking about his son and his wife kept crying to him. So that's why he did it. And he's now officially pulled back the apology. And the first thing that he dropped was a tweet which said some wild shit. And it starts off by saying, you effed that kid and had no remorse. Why I haven't talked to you since? You said you had a threesome with two 16-year-olds, then say it was only a 17-year-old and you said it to sound cool? Does someone who feels disgusted think it's cool to drop the age and add a victim to sound cool? You're an actual piece of shit. I only posted this because your wife called me crying for 4 hours begging me to. I offered to pay your bills for you because I felt at fault with you losing your $20,000 a month from FaZe. Tell the whole truth while you're at it, including Bianca and the family's lives you almost took drunk driving. Go on, or I'll do it for you. All right, so as I'm editing this, I want to put in this quick interjection because I forgot about this tweet. And so I want to make sure that I address some of the stuff that was said in it, because if he really did say that he changed the age and said he had a threesome to sound cool, that's not what somebody disgusted would say. Like, that's a good point. I didn't really think about that. Now, Banks didn't confirm that he said it to sound cool, but he did say that it does sound like something unironically Tommy might actually say in a stupid way, but I don't get why he would say it, because why would that be cool? And that was what Rain said in the previous video, where I don't think it's cool, but that's what he said. And so there's a lot of like information that doesn't really line up. So I can understand why Rain is still questioning things. And then apparently he drops the bomb that he almost killed an entire family drunk driving. So I don't know much about that. I don't know if we'll get more information about that, but now I'm going to show you guys the videos where he addressed everything.
So why'd you apologize? No, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. I should have never apologized because I didn't feel that. Bro, you want to see how many takes it took for me to even make that video? Holy shit. It took me like an hour to make that video because it just didn't feel right, but I kept thinking about his son. Look how many takes I took. It was so hard to say it. It was so hard to say it.
And honestly, it's not that surprising to me because I felt like he was still on the fence in his apology video because he kept saying supposedly he didn't know their ages. He never told me this. He never said it before, but if he did, this wouldn't have been a problem. So he supposedly told me that, like, he just kept saying certain words that made it feel like he wasn't really on board with everything that he was saying, but he was trying to have an understanding and trying to be more open-minded. And I feel like that was because he had the long conversation with Temperrr's wife. Like he said, he was thinking about the kids. She probably is like, yo, his son, and you know, all this stuff you're gonna cause over something it's done, it's over. And so he made the apology. But then when he saw Temperrr's response, which Temperrr should have just let that shit go, everything kind of blew back up again. Now, Lacy has come forward, which a little bit out of left field, but not at the same time because he is FaZe. And obviously, all of FaZe is probably catching a whole bunch of shit over this. And he's like, this has nothing to do with us. They're not even officially in FaZe anymore.
The main issue is Yoxic, Fearbuck, Scuba Ryan, and all these clip pages on TikTok and every social media saying FaZe Rain, FaZe Banks, FaZe Temperrr, do this, do that. Stop putting FaZe in front of people's names who aren't FaZe. They are not in FaZe anymore. This has nothing to do with us at all. Like, literally nothing. This was before any of us were even in FaZe. So I'm tired of this shit falling onto us and our name getting dragged down and all the work we put in to build our group up to what it is right now because of old shit that we had nothing to do with.
So this is where it gets a little convoluted because I feel like initially what Lacy said, I think he was in the right to say, like, I don't want to be a part of this. They're not officially FaZe anymore. They're not listed on the roster from the FaZe Clan tweet itself. So I don't feel like you guys should invite this into our world. Just let us stream, let us do our thing. That has nothing to do with us. I don't think that he's wrong for that. I think the problem is once he sent that message, which if that screenshot is true and he's telling his mods and his comm to fry him, that's what's gonna spark some shit. And that's exactly what caused Rain to jump out the window like he did. I don't think he would have said much if it was just that clip of Lacy, but I think him seeing that was why he suddenly went towards, you need to respect me. Like, I built this shit that you are now putting in your name, that you're putting on your skin, that you're putting on your shirts, that you're branding with and using to help boost you to another level.
Also, yeah, I did see the thing of Lacy saying like, oh, you're not FaZe, brother. I built this shit, okay? The only reason this shit worked out for you guys is because you guys took my brand. You guys all did it individually, did not have nearly as much impact. FaZe picks you up and all of a sudden you guys think you're them, okay? If you guys did it under a whole different branch that wasn't FaZe, I promise you guys would have done well, but not this well. So don't try and act like you did something off the brand that I built. Stop that, bro. Have some respect. Have some respect. It's not cool. I enslaved myself in a world where nobody even believed in the vision, and I triple uploaded every single day for years to give you a brand to have this success. So suck my dick or try to say that shit to me in person, bro, because you're not. You're going to act all friendly in person, and that shit is disrespectful, and you need to know that, bro. I built this shit. You can never, and I did it for free. You do everything for money. We didn't pay Aiden back 10K. Stop it, bro. You mad disrespectful, and you grew up a fan of him. Stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit. These people are fucking losers, bro. Lacy, if this is real, bro, we got a problem, bro. Please fry his ass in the calm. Rain needs to chill, not gonna lie. Here we go. On it, sir. So the kid wasn't lying. Okay, Lacy. Okay, you cuck. Okay. Okay. Got you. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. Not, and with him, it's not going to be public. Tell people to fry the guy that built the brand that you're thriving off of. Great job, man. You're a great human, Lacy. Dead ass, bro. Respect, bro. Holy shit. Respect. You don't even respect yourself. You took back a girl that cheated on you. You don't even respect yourself. How you going to respect somebody else? If you don't respect yourself, how you going to do it for somebody else? Stop it, bro. You think because you have money, you're not the same person you've been your whole life?
I get what he's saying. Now, I will argue that if FaZe wasn't a thing, but somehow we got all those same creators into a house, Lacy, Ron, Silky, Max, Jason, Adapt, like, I feel like they would still thrive and be completely fine. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, whether or not they'd be as big, there's no way for us to prove that because we can't go into a separate timeline and see what would have happened. So we can only assume FaZe brought them to a level they would have never reached, or maybe they would have reached that by just being in a house together. Regardless, the only way they were in a house together was facilitated by FaZe. So the FaZe argument does kind of stand, and I do get where he's coming from. Like, you should respect the people that came before you. I just don't think that this whole back and forth was really necessary. I feel like this, I don't even know if that screenshot's real. I don't know if he checked to see if it was. I haven't seen anybody debunk it or anything like that. It just seems like there's a back and forth now, and it's kind of unfortunate, and I hope that they resolve it because it's just a bad look. Like, FaZe is already dealing with a lot of bullshit. To now have an old member and a new member beefing, and Rain's like, say it to my face, and it's just getting real convoluted. But Lacy did respond to it, and it sounds like he just wants to stream.
Yo, I already see all of y'all spamming. Listen, guys, I don't care. I really don't. All right, I don't care. I know what y'all want me to talk about. I don't care. All right, I just want to stream, bro. That's all I want to do is stream. Okay, let's just stream, man. I don't care.
And honestly, I applaud Lacy because I think that that's the best approach to this whole situation is just, hey, listen, I don't want to go back and forth. I don't want to do this whole thing. It's really not this. I just want to stream. I just want to have fun. I just want to stream. And we all know that he respects FaZe, that he loves FaZe, so on and so forth. It's just, it gets draining when you've done nothing wrong and FaZe keeps having drama pop up here and there. And a lot of times now, it's with old FaZe or people that aren't even really members anymore, but because they're known as FaZe members, it brings that attention to everybody that's currently in FaZe. So you're just sitting there chilling, having fun, doing nothing wrong. And suddenly you're getting all sorts of spams in your chat. You're getting DMs like, yo, FaZe likes kids and pedo. Who knows what's being sent? Because there's some people that will see one thing and then immediately be like, yo, all of FaZe is like that. And that's just the reality of the internet. So I understand why Lacy got upset. I don't really get the whole fry him in the com thing. Again, maybe that's not real, but if it is, I can kind of get Rain's response. If it's not real, then I feel like it was overblown. He should have looked further into it or just reached out to Lacy before he responded and found out what was actually going on, because it sounds like Lacy doesn't want drama. It sounds like he just wants to chill. There's a lot of shit going on that I feel like doesn't need to go on. We'll see where this goes from here, because I think that most of New FaZe is going to stay detached from it, but there's a chance that we end up in a little interesting back and forth and maybe we do make more videos. But I'd like to believe that this is it, because this channel has been a FaZe channel for this whole week. The last 5 days is just FaZe. Is nothing else. So I want to talk about some other shit too. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think down below. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one.